1051.
Power 1051 is the Breakfast Club, and we got a special guest in the building this morning.
It's a down south legend right here,
That's
brother.
Right. My homie Juvenile. What up, Juvie?
What up, dog?
How's everything?
Coolin', man.
Now tell a story all the time about Juvenile.
It all started from you. I know what you
I was working my album, and this is the time when we had big budgets, huge budgets, and I needed people on my album.
That's the album Jay-Z was on?
That's the album Jay-Z was on.
That you always tell us about?
Yep. And I approached Juvenile and I said, yo, I need you on the album. Can you do my album? And Juvie said, no doubt. And this is the time when Buck wasn't Buck at the time. 50 wasn't 50 at the time. And Juvenile had this tour bus. So I went to Juvenile's tour bus. Buck was on the tour bus. 50 was on the tour bus. They were all trying to work. And I asked Juvie, yo, I need you on my record. He was like, cool. I said, bet. I said, well, how much you gonna charge me? He said, charge? I can't charge you nothing.
Is that your Juvenile accent?
Yeah, that was my Juvenile accent. And I said, yeah. I said, he said, no, I can't charge you. It's
Charge.
all love. And at this point, he was probably getting 50, 60, 70 racks a record.
What year was it?
I ain't gonna say the year. I ain't gonna tell my age now.
That's not telling your age.
Don't tell my age.
This is when This is when.
It's 400 degrees. Okay.
Jay's album, he was all over the place and did the record for free. And I said, no matter what, I got you. And now Juvenile said,
That's
well,
so funny because he
What
thought
up?
you were going to be late, and he was like, yeah, we got to go. He's got 2 more minutes.
I didn't say that. Yeah, I didn't say that.
But see, Envy don't remember. I remember where it all started from. He was the first cat on High.
I was on the other station at the time.
Yeah. He was the first cat on High, and you passed it on to Flex. So I felt, I always had you in a special spot as a DJ. So when you came and asked me to do the verse, it was like, you crazy?
Did he play High before Jay-Z was on it or after? Because a lot of New York
Before.
DJs did.
Just
Okay,
before.
no doubt.
Yeah,
no
before.
doubt. Then that's when you give him credit for it.
Absolutely.
Don't give him credit when Jay
I
jump
gotta
on
give
it.
him credit. I was up here
I know.
in New York and nobody knew who I was. I was going to the stores and everything. Nobody knew who I was, but he knew. So,
But High was a big song out here before Jay-Z got on it. I remember.
This is before all that. I was the first one. Can you give me my credit, G?
Okay, yeah.
Now, you had a chance to sign 50 and a chance to sign Buck back then.
Yeah.
You ever look back and say, damn, I should have signed him?
Man, I say that all the time. Like, damn. I just yesterday, I was at 50 Spot and I got some of his headphones, and I was just tripping out off of that. I'm like, man, I could have got all this money. Man.
Yeah.
Well, but would have been
Headphone money.
it might not have been the same though, because he had the Dre beats behind him for
Yeah.
that first album, so
But
it might not have been the same.
Probably wouldn't have, but I'm just saying, when you think about the money,
Gotcha.
I know you're trying to make me feel good about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been
What
the
he's
same.
sitting on, like 500 million, something like that. I
He's
mean,
in
I'll
the
take
Forbes
100.
top 5 list right now.
Yeah, I'll take 100,
How much has the game changed since you dropped 400 Degrees? Because at the time you dropped 400 Degrees, the South wasn't what it is now. Like, the South is hip-hop, basically.
Hey, you know what? That was a big transition, but to me, I just feel like where the game changed the most at is the internet. The internet plays a big part. Right now, if you don't have no internet presence like Twitter or Facebook or something like that, you're pretty much lost in the game. I think that was one of the big changes in the record sales, and what you just said, the big budgets. Record companies only giving cats 360s. I mean, they in on the shows and everything now. So it's really changed a lot.
Now, you were one of the original members of Cash Money.
Yeah.
Let's take it back. Of course, there was Baby, Slim, Lil Wayne, BG, Turk. Do you ever wish that you guys didn't break up and stayed a unit, or you just weren't getting paid from them? They weren't cutting the checks?
That's what it was, man. I wanted to stay. You never want to leave a winning team. That's like Jordan leaving the Bulls. And I just felt like I need to be compensated for. I'm working hard. I just want to get paid for it.
Now, was it a bad contract, or they just wasn't paying nobody?
Yeah, it was a bad contract. and it was just other things going on outside of that where I felt like I needed to get paid for, like shows, a lot of things, man.
I always wondered was it the fact that you were making money, but you just weren't making as much as Baby and Slim, so you felt like you needed a bigger cut because you were the hottest artist at the time.
Oh, no.
You wasn't getting nothing at all.
Man, my contract was for life, and I had to work my heart out. Yeah, I had to work my heart out for nothing. So it was way bigger than that.
But
man.
we seen the video. I mean, in the videos, y'all look like y'all was.
When we started, I was under
houses.
the impression. I was under the impression. Part of the company was mine. Because we all started together. So it kind of got, once the success came, things started switching up, and I was paying attention to it.
And there was a lot of artists on Cash Money at that time that had financial problems. Like Manny Fresh left for the same reasons.
All of them did.
Lil Wayne even left
Yeah, Wayne
and came back.
I know, I
Everybody.
was talking to him in that era, man, and I guess they worked it out, but Yeah, it was everybody had the same reason. It's just I was the one up on them first.
Right.
You and Wayne had beef
I was
at one
warning
point.
them. I was warning them, you know. And I think that kind of made it bad for me too, because you know then they didn't want me around. You know, after that, like okay,
You putting these
he
ideas.
gone, and then yeah, so you know it's cool.
You and him and
Who's
Wayne
coming
had,
with me?
Juvie and Wayne had beef at one point. Remember that when Juvie dropped that record called A Hoe?
Yeah.
What kind of man kissed another man in the mouth? A hoe?
I thought Juvenile was going to tell all kind of stories back then about craziness that was happening.
Yeah, it was
you
a lot
you
of
guys,
things
you guys
on it.
pieced it up.
Yeah, I mean we cool,
Since-
man.
yeah.
And
Well, yeah, what's the
I feel
relationship
like
now?
I'm too old for the BS, man. I'm too old for it.
And also when things are fresh and just happening, that's when you're really.
Yeah, but you know, as time goes, you know, like you know, we both. I'm quite sure you have kids. You want to set an example for your kids, so you don't want to be out there doing all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
On the radio, blasting cats.
He said,
Years
he,
ago, I
he
would've
said he was
done that.
flirting with people in the group.
Years ago, I probably would have been one of them cats wilding out and all that. But you know, right now, man, I got too much to live for, and I'm trying to set an example for my siblings. So I'm not on that.
Right.
And what's the relationship now? Do you still speak to them? Do you still
Yeah,
speak?
we speak, man. We you know, I done visit down there and sat in the studio with him a couple of times. Not saying that we was gonna work out a deal or nothing like that.
Right.
It was just kicking it.
Is he the
Like
same
that.
old person that you remember? Is he the same Wayne? I mean, of course he's,
He
superstar Wayne
changed,
now.
like you know, he changed to me. I think he's more humble than back then. Back then, man, all of us we was kind of cocky, you know. And I just think, you know, as time passed, a lot of cats we done slowed down a lot, man.
And you are working with Mystical now, right?
I work with Mr.
And he's on
Yeah.
Cash Money.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
actually on prison. He's
Well,
in
yeah.
prison.
Well, he's
right
going
now.
to jail
Yeah, he's going
next
in,
month.
going back in.
He has to go back in for like at least 90 days.
What happened?
Probation
don't know.
violation,
He beat up his girl. or
domestic
something? Yeah.
battery.
Oh man,
Go back for 3 months.
Yeah,
He didn't let you know before y'all put out.
What? Nah, I don't.
You gotta get you a
I
laptop,
won't
Julie.
do-
You just talking about the internet.
It's just new. Y'all be on stuff quicker than me. I ain't know nothing about that. I try to stay out of people's personal life anyway. I don't
Well,
care
no,
about
and you've been on TMZ and everything lately
Yeah.
too with this whole paternity
Yeah.
lawsuit, which we were trying to figure out because your child is 13.
You want to know what the situation is? The situation is I want custody of my son.
Right.
That's it. That's all it is.
And so let me prove this my kid, and then let me.
Yeah.
But you don't believe in joint
You
custody?
can't have custody of your kid without having a blood
Establishing
test.
paternity?
Yeah, you got to do it. That's mandatory.
I didn't know.
It's law. Yeah, I didn't know it either. So and
Wow.
you know how they do to make a big deal out of it, make it look like, oh, he don't think that's his kid. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the situation.
Oh, so they made it seem like that might not be Juvie's kid. We even did a topic about it.
I thought. No,
And he
you
was
know
like,
that-
you should ditch her if it's not yours. You should sue the baby mama. Get all your money back that you put in.
Yeah, it says you wanted to get all the money back.
Not the situation. Nah.
And they said that you had like child support, back child support that you owe and everything.
That's how I go, man. You know, if you got if you got a good story you can run with, you run with it. You know. But I had actually had TMZ calling me trying to get their story right because they
Right.
realized
To
they had a
verify.
bad, yeah. So
Damn it, man.
Is that weird for you? Like TMZ is calling me like, why did
it's
they?
funny. It's funny, man.
You used to be a hot boy, so somebody call you with some initials. TMZ, what are you, an extension of the
I
FBI?
didn't know who TMZ was. But you know, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Twitter and I see it.
Man, some alphabet
Man,
boys
what is
following me,
this?
man.
Yeah.
TMZ.
Yeah.
Now, where are you at musically now? Are you recording now? Are you signed to a label? Where's Juvie now?
Well, I'm on Universal, man. You know, me and Jay got a label we started together called Young Empire. And
Jay who?
Jay Prince.
Oh, Jay
Yeah,
Presidents,
Jay
absolutely.
Prince. Yeah, and we got a little deal we worked out with Fontana over at Universal. So I'm doing something, just not a whole lot, you know. But I just shot a video with Rick Ross a couple weeks ago. My first single, Power. I've been working with Manny Fresh a whole lot, you know, and my main thing is just being creative, man. So you know, I take my time with things I do.
Right.
I've been in the studio like crazy though.
Now with you've been going for a long time. It feels like forever. You have
Well-
a Juvie record in for a long time. Now how was Juvie keeping his head above the water during those times?
Man, I stayed booked. You know, shout out to my man Dre Jackson. He keep me busy, so it's never a dull moment for me. And you know, the crazy part is most of the cats in the South grew up to my music.
Absolutely.
So you know, I'm always doing shows with them, and the first thing I hear from them is like, man, you know, I grew up to you. So you know, I'm going through that stage right now. I'm getting booked by a lot of cats who couldn't listen to my music when they was kids. So
Right.
it's cool though.
Our very young intern was just listening to some of your new music, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, I like Juvenile's new music," and she
It's-
hadn't had a
yeah.
chance to listen before. She was.
I'm out there a little bit.
checking it out just now. I bet you have some great stories though from back in your Hot Boys days.
Yeah, but you know, that book is closed. You know,
like being on the road.
Out of respect of my family, my wife, I don't talk about none of that.
He said, if you got to say out of respect that of my wife, that means, God damn, he was going
How did you meet your wife?
Long story.
Wasn't backstage, was it?
No. I met my wife before all that. Before,
okay. So you've known her before.
Yeah, we've been together.
So she's been through all kinds of stuff.
All the cat. Yeah. She's a good lady to stand with me.
Right.
To be honest, to put up with all the stuff I done did through the years.
That's probably the only person you could be with, somebody that was with you before you got famous, and then.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know, man. I just think it's kind of watered down when somebody just pop up out of nowhere, and as soon as your stardom they come. I just think I just don't think it's a good look.
Right.
I always wondered, when did Baby and Wayne first start kissing? Like, where was y'all? When was the first time? Where was you when you first started kissing?
Stupid.
I just always wondered that.
That been happening, but I look at that different, sort of like, and they were saying the truth. It is sort of like a father-son relationship,
like a mafia type of.
I mean, Wayne was really like a baby, technically, and dude pretty much raised him for real. Him and BG. That's the part that I'm really kind of mad. I really felt like he should have took BG back, or more than anything, because when I came to Cash Money, BG was there, and he was the only one, and he was really working his heart out. So I just never thought they would break up.
But BG had a lot of problems though, man. They had the heroin problem. Like, it's hard to bring somebody back that got a lot of baggage with them, a lot of demons with them, because all they're gonna do is bring you down.
Yeah, but man, you
don't turn your back either at the same time.
I mean, how many people that you have in your family that's doing the wrong things, and you're not gonna turn your back on them, even though.
You asking the wrong person right here.
He not. Believe that, because if that's somebody that you love dearly, like a brother or sister, you ain't doing that.
Sometimes you gotta love them enough not to mess with them.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, you're gonna totally cut your family off. You're not talking to them no more. None of that.
Nah.
When you see them trying to help themselves, that's when you step in and try to help them.
No doubt.
So he had instances. He had every now and then he had a spell where he would try to help himself out, and I just felt like they wasn't behind him enough. It was situations.
He's locked up now, right?
Yeah.
And so is Turk, and you've been speaking to Turk, right? You haven't?
No. I mean, me and Turk wasn't really speaking before he went to jail.
Oh, okay.
So you don't rock with Turk at all?
Turk might never make it
Let's
home.
get this clear. I want everybody to understand it. You talking about a 10-year difference. All we ever done was studio. We never hung, went to the clubs. I mean, I feel like I'm hanging with a bunch of kids, so we never interact outside of the studio or nothing like that. I saw them like everybody else saw them when it was time to work. But
See, the impression that people get is that
that was a big family.
I couldn't hang with them. It's like they couldn't go where I was going. Yeah.
It bugged me out because all the OGs in Cash Money had infant names. You had Juvenile, Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kids.
Yeah, we old now.
Yeah.
So we'll never get another Cash Money full album with everybody in it. It's just not gonna happen.
I don't see it not happening. I mean, Wayne and came to the table and gave me money before to do a Hot Boys album. I just don't know what happened on the other end.
Right.
I mean, Turk got to come home. BG got to come home.
Yeah.
Manny got to come in the fold.
Manny always in my fold. Anywhere I'm at, Manny, he in the picture.
Yeah, he's still working with you on the new album and everything.
Yeah.
That's dope. Well, we look forward to seeing you. Now, tonight you're going to be at SOB's.
Yeah.
Shout out to All Hip Hop. The Breakfast Club will be hosting it. Get there early. What time you going to get there? You're not going to be in no Hollywood time, are you?
Man, I'm not Hollywood. I'm an early bird. I like to get right before the night starts. So I'm going to be in there early, man.
You breaking out the Soulja Slim hologram tonight?
I was talking about that yesterday. They asked me a question like that, and I told them, like, man, that probably would be something cool. But, if his parents, if his mama don't consider it, I can't see it happening.
Plus, it costs a lot of money to do
like
that.
$400,000. I don't think all hip hop gonna pay that $400,000. Yeah, $400,000.
Nah. I'd be mad at them. What about me?
I'm here.
It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. The homie Juvenile.